We back, another episode, Random Acts of Podcast. It's your boy, Ampavilli.
It's your boy, Mr. Jefferson.
We got some special guests in the building.
Indeed.
Yo.
So, to my left, we got Brother Greg. You want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
What's going on, man? Greg Blue. Follow me on Instagram, the Greg Blue. Yeah.
And then to my right, Miss Darcy.
I'm Darcy Stinnett. Instagram is Darce, like no one's watching, maybe a little cryptic. Darcy Stinnett on Facebook.
Okay. What's up with the cryptic?
I'm gonna have to pull out my decoder.
Because it's spelled weird. So Darce, like no one's watching. DARCLIKENO, the number one.
Somebody had the regular one already. Somebody had the
it's totally an original. That's where the one came from.
Well, clearly it's not original.
It's totally original.
You want to
that's why we put the one. It's
Oh, you the one. I respect that.
Okay,
that's
all right.
That's what niggas used to do with their jerseys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sure.
Like if I was the best on the team, I put a one on my jersey.
You put a one on your jersey.
I respect that.
You're the guy, bro.
You know what I mean? That's what you did with your Instagram.
That's what I do on my Instagram.
Okay. I got you.
We lose a recipe because now everybody be trying to be number 0 now.
Yeah,
bro. I ain't really with that.
Right.
Like, I mean, Gilbert, like.
Yeah. That's a poor example to follow. You know what I'm saying? So
it really is, though. It really is.
I'm gonna stick with number 1 through 3. You know what I mean?
I see, like all the Jits now, they like Russell Westbrook. So he revolutionized the 0.
Yeah.
But we had Calvin Ridley on our team on the Jaguars, and he was wearing 0. I wasn't feeling that. Shit look ugly on the football.
It was kind of ugly. Yeah, it was kind of. Is he wearing it in Tennessee?
Nah, he got another number.
Yeah. We ain't gonna talk about it.
You ain't gonna talk about Calvin.
I don't even know why I brought that up.
We ain't gonna talk about Calvin, man.
he like bringing up sore spots.
It's all right, bro. I mean, that boy threw 50 guaranteed at that boy.
Yeah,
I can't blame it.
Yeah,
nah, we wasn't doing
Go get that money, my brother.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Well, yeah, we gonna stop talking about the Jaguars, but we got the cast on here from Rights of a Father, right?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Make sure I got that right. Shout out to the director, Mr. Junior.
Shout out to Junior.
He ain't want to.
Junior Ashwood.
Yeah, Mr. Junior Ashwood. He didn't want to be on the camera. I had some good questions.
He
for
like
him,
Banksy, bro. Like he ain't trying to be on no camera, no pictures.
Yeah, he knew everything behind the scenes.
Like he throw the art out, be like, who directed it?
So let me ask you. Let's ask both of y'all. How was it working with him?
It was cool,
and
man.
was this your first time working with him?
It was my first time working with him. Very professional, very smooth. He just makes sure you at home. Anything that you uncomfortable with, he totally letting you, hey, if you don't like this, let me know. If you cool with doing this, let's do that. A lot of directors, especially when you get into those higher productions, like they are really stern about what they want on camera, and everything just had to be exactly how they visualize it. And Junior definitely lets his crew get a little flexible, get a little, out of his visualization, because he might end up liking it, more. So yeah, but he cool, man. Awesome.
Y'all went off script a little bit.
Yeah, that was
sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes and I've this is my second time working with Junior, and both times same thing. Like he just makes sure you're taken care of. He like we come to set and we know that we have a job to do. He knows he has a job to do. He has he has a certain kind of way that he does things, but before he treats us as actors, he makes sure we're cool as like individuals. Which and it's nice that he allows you to kind of test out like your artistry.
There you go.
Yeah, he allows wiggle room, which makes you more comfortable, which kind of helps set the tone across the board. I feel like
giving you a better performance at the end of the day. That's all about just being natural at the end of the day.
So Darcy, what was the first thing you worked with him on?
With him, I did First Coast Affair.
First Coast
Affair. I was one of the supporting actors in the role or in the movie, and he saw me in some other projects before bringing First Coast Affair to my attention, and then after working on First Coast Affair, what was we doing? We showed up to do some extra work for Bryce. Yes. Yeah. So Bryce was filming And we went out to do some extra work just to kind of like support other individuals, you know, in the community. And he pulled me over to the side. He's like, "Hey, baby girl, so I got a little proposition for you." And I was like, "What's up, boss man? What you got?" And he was like, "I might have a lead." And I was, and it's funny because Tristan knew. Tristan is on audio for this movie, and Tristan also was one of the leads in First Coast Affair, and so Tristan knew what was happening, and he caught the moment, like he recorded the whole moment. But it's dope working with Junior. He just tried to make sure that you're taken care of, like in addition to getting the job done. But I'm happy.
For sure. Now, we got the understanding that you've acted before. What about yourself? Was this your first project acting, or?
Yeah, I'm about to ask.
At this scale,
I feel
yes,
like we know a lot of the same people.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
I
Probably, yeah. I feel like
Okay.
I feel like we do for sure.
All right, so I don't think I've ever seen you like acting before. So like,
Yeah, exactly. Like this is like really like my first real project. For real. Like I took some time going to acting school for a little bit, attending acting classes. You know, going back and forth to Atlanta because my uncle, shout out to Black, he has an acting studio up there.
Okay.
And he's got like some students that are really popular on Instagram. Like some of them are a part of Country Wayne skits and stuff like that. So looking at them from third person and just seeing what they were doing and kind of picking up traits or, you know, any subtle things that they might have done in their performance, I kind of just picked that up. And I wanted to have a good foundation before I started auditioning for stuff or, you know, start submitting for roles.
Right.
Yeah, and then Junior just saw the potential in me and we made some work.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
And how long have you both been acting?
For, honestly, like a year.
Okay.
Maybe like 9 months to a year. Yeah.
damn, you jumped out the gate with a starring role in a movie.
I'm telling you.
Congratulations.
Appreciate that.
Salute.
I've been doing movies the last maybe I think like 3 or 4 years, and then before that I did some theater work. I danced, so I did like dance theater, emoting, and all of that. And so performing, to a degree, like I dance, I do poetry, and you know, so performing is just something that that's always been a passion of mine. And acting specifically was never really on my to-do list, but
Right.
I'm not mad that I tried.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta like just try stuff.
You just gotta try.
Yeah.
I saw a post and it was like it said, "Don't be afraid to suck at something new." And I was like, well, let's just try. And so I just started trying to audition for different shows and movie projects, and I was like, if I do suck, someone's gonna put me to the side, clean me up, let me know, and you know, and but I also like being a student. I love being a student,
Yeah, for sure.
no matter what.
Yeah. I like visualizing, not really visualizing, but just kind of like stepping back and just seeing
What you did.
not even what I did, but just seeing what professionals do. Like,
Yes, sir.
when I was like 19, 20, I used to live in New York. So my uncles was Teamsters, which are like, they drive like all the big trucks. Like they have like all the wardrobe or, you know, stuff like for the sets and stuff like that.
Right.
So they used to give me jobs as like production assistant. So I used to be on shows called, it was like a show called Sneaky Pete. They had Bryan Cranston, who was Walter White from Breaking Bad. I did Iron Fist, which was like that Marvel Netflix show.
RZA did the
Yeah,
soundtrack for that,
for sure. I seen him on set, for sure.
Oh, that's
And,
crazy that you said Bryan Cranston from Breaking Bad.
Yeah, Bryan, put some respect on his name.
All right, shout out to
Malcolm-
you know what's
Malcolm in the
crazy?
Middle.
Malcolm in the Middle.
Malcolm-
I mean,
all right,
like,
you know what's crazy? Like
you know,
my
Bryan
little brother
Cranston,
loves
salute.
my little brother loves like Malcolm in the Middle. Like he grew up like watching Malcolm in the Middle all the time. Like I just watch other stuff. Like I was like big on like Boondocks and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Not that he wasn't, but I just wasn't watching Malcolm in the Middle like that.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even watching Breaking Bad like that.
Yeah.
And so when I'm like on set and you know they got this thing called like a crafty table with like a tent where they got like, you know, a bunch of snacks and like shit like that, you know, for in between sets and stuff. So I'm getting my own stuff, but Brian getting his stuff too, but I'm like not really like registering it for real. You know, I'm like young and naive, so I'm not really understanding the magnitude of like this person for real. Like so when I grew up as an adult and started watching Breaking Bad, I'm like, bro, I was out here sharing jelly beans with this man, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this is like, crazy because he's such a talented guy.
Oh man,
he's awesome,
phenomenal actor.
True legend. Every time it's crazy because like he got like. I don't think he ever really did movies for real, but like he just had legendary roles. I think even like the show he on is like got potential. I forgot the name of it. It's like filmed in New Orleans.
I'm trying to remember it too. And
oh my God, yo, that show is phenomenal. It's called The Judge.
The Judge. Okay.
Oh my God,
I'm gonna have to go check it out. Actually.
I watched the first episode. I was locked in. Yo, that show is anything he touches. Bryan Cranston, I'm a huge fan.
But back to even like what I was saying, like. What else the shows? Orange is the New Black. It was like they filmed that upstate New York in some abandoned jail.
Right.
So when I was just looking at all this stuff, I'm like, I could probably do this for real. I'm like 19, 20, but I'm just sitting like, I mean, these people they no different than me. They just practice their craft for a while.
Yeah.
They just got good. They just studied. And
that's it.
That's just what I just started doing. I just started studying the craft. I started respecting the craft. I started respecting like folks that came before me. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was like Lee Strasberg, the dude that was in Godfather 2, but he was really Al Pacino's acting teacher.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so he was his acting teacher, and he was the old. I don't know if you ever seen Godfather 2.
Yeah,
he was the old guy that I was trying to plot on. I was trying to exactly for sure. And so I just started like reading his books and just like watching his interviews and just kind of seeing what their mindset is, so I can kind of pick as much as I can from it and customize it and make it my own, so I can try to be a good performer.
For sure.
So do y'all feel like for actors, it's better to have like a formal education? Because some people, they go to like Harvard and different stuff like that for acting, or is it better to just go to like an acting school or something like that?
It really just like, whatever works for you. Honestly, like I've seen people who have matter of fact, who's the main dude in Interstellar?
You lost me there,
bro. What I'm talking about? Christopher Nolan movie. Bro, y'all know who he is.
McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey. Matthew McConaughey did not go to school. He was on Dazed and Confused.
Yeah.
And they just saw him on set and like picked him up, and he's
got one of the best actors.
And he's one of the best actors we know for real. So a lot of people are like that, and there are a lot of people that go to Juilliard and go to all these different schools and spend all this money. A lot of people don't have money to be going to these big old schools, you know what I'm saying? Like to be migrating from wherever they come from, South Carolina, Texas, to be going up to New York or LA trying to make a whole new career for themselves. And it's hard. It's easier said than done for sure.
Yeah.
So it all depends on like
the person.
It all depends on your resources, honestly.
100%.
Yeah.
What would you say?
I agree.
We need
I
more
agree
than that.
because and I feel like that's across the board, even outside of acting, even with like if you take dance, right? Like I know dancers who have been dancing their entire lives, and you get them on stage and you see them dance and they're great, but they don't make you feel nothing. And then you have someone who like I was never privileged to be like a dance studio baby. I'm pretty self-taught with a lot of stuff that I do, So you have people who, like Greg said, you have people that got money to spend and really get like the full experience of how to become this great. And then you have some people who really just kind of are self-taught. They take what they see everybody else do, and you can feel something from somebody who's self-taught before you feel something from somebody who spent years and spent all this money.
Some people like to use, not to even interrupt you, some people used to like, they use their resources as an excuse. Like, I only got this or I only got that. Like, I can't go be that, or I can't like learn how to be that. Like, bro, you know what's crazy, bro? Like a lot of my acting stuff I got from YouTube, bro, and that shit is free. Like YouTube is like the biggest university like
ever.
That people do not know about.
YouTube University all the time.
YouTube, bro.
So what you put into YouTube? Like you just put like.
I'll do like I was talking about Lee Strasberg.
Yeah.
He got an expensive school. I just look up his classes that he record.
Okay.
I mean, today I think so. Just referencing your question as far as traditional upbringing, in any industry, like you mentioned. I think today we do have the advantage to where you don't have to have any traditional
education, training.
Now, let me tell y'all
most
something, bro. It is not
industries.
even bro. It is some dumb people making some crazy buku money right now.
Well, that's throughout
bro.
history for sure.
Like it is,
For
but it's
sure.
just like for like this social media era, like this like later social media, because you know, I grew up. I graduated 2014, so around 2011, 2012 is when that social media craze like started like blowing up for real. As far as like Instagram, like we had MySpace before, you know, Facebook was just becoming a thing, and you know, Instagram was starting to pick up. And then, you know, Twitter was picking up, you know, before that. And now we're like in the middle of it. So people are like trying to, like they figured it out. Like they figured out, hey, bro, we just got to do this and that and just put it on Instagram and then tag this and hashtag this and hashtag that. And then
We
get
still
this
at the
attention.
cusp.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
We still so early on into social
But y'all doing
media.
y'all thing though,
yeah,
bro.
we
I
appreciate
get
that.
y'all flowers, bro. Like y'all, like I've seen y'all like from the beginning. And then like y'all like going from just what y'all was before, and then y'all got like y'all just going super viral all over the place, bro. Like, cause y'all genuine dudes, bro. Like,
Appreciate it.
niggas don't be genuine no more. Like, he's not real no more. Like, they like to throw out topics that just, you know, create a bunch of chaos and create a bunch of havoc, and they don't really be knowing about it them themselves. So, I gotta give y'all flowers, man. Y'all be doing y'all thing, bro.
Salute.
Appreciate that.
Appreciate it. So as far as this movie, how did y'all find out about it? Because it's crazy. Because one of the people in the movie I went to high school, his name Ian.
Oh, for real? Yeah.
I went to high school with Ian.
Shout out to Ian.
Hi,
shout out,
Ian.
So I remember him posting about the movie on Facebook and whatnot, and then I put two and two together. I seen him in the trailer. I said, "Oh shit, that's Ian."
Yeah.
Then I was like, "Oh, I remember he was like promoting. He was showing like behind the scenes and shit." So like, how did y'all like find out about the movie and like tap in with it?
I have somebody that like looks for auditions and stuff for me. Like she kind of like my rep, and like she brought it to me, and I was like, all right, cool, let's see what it is. So we all had a meeting about it, and we talked about the movie and everything. And I'm like, I'm on board. I think it's will work out.
And yours was
And then I was it was brought to my attention early on. I think that night was what, Junior, like December 2022. 2022.
Oh, I didn't find out too much later after.
It was some time. Like he told me about it. We had like a whole prep segment about it. He gave me the premise, and I was like, oh, all right, sure. And I don't know. I'm excited about it. I'm anxious about it. I was nervous to find out who my counterpart was going to be, you know,
Right.
for obvious reasons, given the storyline. But
Would you say you don't want to be on film with somebody ugly? No, but
that it wasn't. Okay, all right. Look, so no, and not even in that
She be
sense.
like, nah, I can't handle ugly bitch daddy. I'm sorry.
But not like realistically, not even in that sense, but like even vice versa.
Right,
like,
right.
Yeah.
what if he come to set and he like, hey,
He like,
boss man. So
Yeah, you find out he
shawty
don't
ain't
brush his
gonna,
teeth
you know
or-
what I'm saying?
yeah, I got you, I got
like,
you.
it's just-
What's that video of bro that was finna start fighting in the ring? He just like, he from
Oh
Jax,
yeah,
too.
he want that. Nah, bro from Jax.
Yes, bro.
Nah, that's crazy.
Damn, I wish you ain't tell me that.
He just made it that they need their ass beat this week.
I guess he seen Clay like, man, I don't even really want smoke. Bro. He just said it
That's
out.
crazy.
Soon as the bell-
I really wish you did tell us that. All right, so I got two questions for y'all, and then we'll get into the trailer.
Sure.
So my first question is, what did you all think when you read the script? What was your initial reaction?
I was floored. Because it's so like it's such a roller coaster. The
Right,
story,
right.
It really is. You have love, you have manipulation, you have soft and unicorns and rainbows, and then you have like thunderstorms and windstorms. Like it really it's gonna take you on like an emotional journey. I was all over the place. I was all over the place as an actress. I was all over the place as a woman. I was all over the place like because as an actor, you really have to like put yourself in these shoes. It's not just showing up and like saying what's written on paper. It's not just, oh, okay, we have to hug now and kiss now. Like you have to argue. Like you have a reason to argue. You have, you know what I mean? Like we gotta sell it. We gotta make sure we look like something.
I hear that.
But yeah, it threw me. The plot threw me.
I knew I was gonna have to dig into like some new emotions for sure. Like reading it, and you know, I don't have no kids. You know, never been through nothing like, you know, what Raymond and Rose are going through. So I had to try my hardest to like tap in emotionally, like try to figure out what do I have in my personal life that I can relate to. Whether it's like my nephew who like a year and a half, like how would I imagine my life if he never was around, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So it definitely made me like tap in to my emotions as an actor and just, you know, try to find that range and try to broaden it out. I mean, yeah, man. Honestly, yeah.
See, that's one thing that I think about often because I forget. I mean, I remember when what's his name? He a light-skinned cat, not Terrence Howard, the other light-skinned
Michael
cat.
Ealy.
Nah, from he was in John Wick.
To my
Nah, not Common.
yeah, Common was in John Wick.
Man, his daughter was in.
Lawrence Fishburne.
Lawrence Fishburne.
Why I gotta be the Lawrence Fishburne?
I was like, hey,
Why you just couldn't say Ike Turner or something?
so that's where I was going with it, right?
You had to be a freak.
I mean, he talked about Havana earlier.
You had to bring that up on air.
I thought we was about that.
He probably forgot about it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Damn, man.
I can't judge you because we instantly said the name when you said that.
See, I mean, I know our common.
Much as y'all going viral, man, y'all playing with fire, man. Y'all playing with that man Lawrence, man.
Now, when he became Ike Turner, I always thought about that, right?
Yeah.
There were days to where I questioned, how do you just walk on set and channel the inner abuse? Like,
shit hard, bro.
That
it's hard.
nigga raised his hand above his head. I was like, nah.
And it's not easy to pull yourself
pocket.
out of that. It's not always easy pulling yourself out of that.
I can respect.
You gotta you have to find.
I would hope so. In his instant, he don't want to go back to Miss Fishburne.
I mean, but I'm just
That's why I could never be a method actor.
I'm just saying
it's
man. What? Typecast? You don't want to fall into the roles of that.
Yeah.
And then like you know that you're doing the job, but your emotions don't know. Like your chemical build,
folks
like
be losing
don't
themselves.
know. For real.
Yeah,
for real.
yeah,
like
right.
some actors have some actors have like therapists as they're working on certain projects. Like it was a time or two on set where I had to take a minute or two after a scene to
emotionally
to try to and try to like separate and detach, because it's just like it ain't just show up and say this. It's say this. It's feel this. It's portray this. Make me feel, well, me like you.
Right.
You need me to. I got to get a reaction out of you. So
100%.
You know what I'm saying? You can't half-ass shit.
Yeah. I used to love watching Wesley Snipes films, and when I saw Blade, you know what I mean? I think I embodied the same shit he went through. You know, he was walking around with the sword on set. Junior, I don't know how you react to that. You know what I mean? If he, I'm Blade, motherfucker.
Yeah.
That man too dark to be walking around on set with a blade.
And a black leather trench coat. I'm sorry,
are you
brother.
Wesley?
Right. But like I say, I could only imagine in that regard. Now, this next question is probably better suited for Junior, but we're going to ask y'all, how long was the production of the movie?
It was like 5 months, roughly.
What? Like 6 months. Oh, five? Yeah.
Hey, look,
like
Darcy don't miss a beat.
I'm trying, but
she got the cliff notes on her hand or something.
It's about 5 months.
It was November to March.
Yeah. But it took a village, man. Everybody pulled their weight.
Pulled their weight.
Yeah.
For sure. That's what's up.
Yeah. It was and it was a roller coaster. It was a roller
It
coaster.
took everybody to say that.
Yeah.
Like, it take everybody to like
For real.
make what Junior made.
Y'all have a therapist on set, Junior? Oh, you? Okay.
No, I'm kidding,
I was
I'm
gonna say
kidding,
you
I'm
did it all.
kidding.
Shit.
No, I'm kidding. We had like
nah.
the crew was really good. With like Crystal Stallings, she helped with some coaching. She came through, made sure we were like set in our emotions. It was a time even Michael Carter's behind the camera. It was a time where he would come in and he might put a little bug or two in our ear because he's an actor, he's a writer, he
Gotcha.
directs also, and Rich didn't say much into. Rich didn't really talk. Rich he would give notes if he needed,
Right.
But Tristan works sound. We had a really good solid like crew. We had a really good solid crew. Some of them are experienced actors, and I feel like that helped also because it put us in a position to continue even as leads to still be students and still learn and kind of pick up and feed off of what was given to us.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That was good.
Well,
All
without
right.
further ado.
All right, so we about to get into the trailer. About to break this thing on down. Y'all seem nervous. Y'all ready? I know y'all done seen it a million times.
I only seen it a couple times, bro. I only seen it maybe like twice.
You one of them people that just don't like looking at yourself?
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I get you. So we about to make it awkward.
All right, bet.
Play this.
I already know what y'all gonna pause too.
Rose, do you love me?
With all my heart. I won't spend my life with anyone else. That's my soulmate.
Like a crack in the mirror.
Know that you are looking very good to the board.
Thank you, doctor.
One by one. Say their names. Wicked world.
Rose, are you married? Yeah.
The colors we all bleed. We want justice. We want
Right.
peace. We want changes we can see.
I'm
We
late.
won't let
So you telling me you finna have a baby?
we need love to feel the street.
You don't eat everything I boxed up for you. I know you eat.
Now that scene right there, Greg, you should have cried. Like on demand. Like just instantly just start
I should have
crying.
hit the Pat Bell, bro. I should have threw my shirt and all.
You gotta think Oscar.
Yeah, for real. Now you need that Denzel one tier.
Yeah, no cap.
Yeah, I said she don't kill it first.
It's my body. Okay, Melissa, so it's my choice.
We making that decision. That's our choice.
Hey.
Pause it. See, that's why I brought up the Ike, because the first time I saw the trailer, you had me locked in. I was like, is he about to hit her?
Back up this chair.
I said-
That's what it looked like.
I mean, when you said that's if she don't kill it first.
Yeah.
Boy, I almost spit my water out.
Damn.
It was the delivery.
What's going on?
Yeah.
So I got a Paul Shaw at the end. We went to Wilson High School
Yes,
back in the day.
Show.
Shout out to that
Class
shirt
07.
too.
Oh, that's crazy.
That boy killing the shirt. That boy be clean, bro.
Hey, Ed.
He ain't clean, bro.
Let's get back into it.
We're here to celebrate.
Are we gonna have this baby or not?
Right. I don't know.
I'll be in touch. Dr. Rose Lane?
Just suing me?
I'm protecting my child.
From who? From me?
It's 3 lives involved in this, and the only one you worry about is you.
You can't possibly believe you can win this case. Never once have it been before a judge, and for good reason.
You know this case is going to change everything, right?
He doesn't have a case though, right?
Now I'm going to be very upfront with you. A case like this has never been tried in a court of law.
I understand that.
Let's proceed.
Still with the facts. Women have been mothers of this earth since the beginning of time. That will never change. That's a fact.
He is a father, whether the child is in or out of the womb.
What do you feel the alcohol be?
I'm gonna win this case.
What are you trying to prove with this case?
That men have more rights in society gives us.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, can we just stick to the facts of the case
I understand the jury has a verdict.
We have, Your Honor.
Please read the verdict.
In the matter brought before us, the jury finds...
Boom!
We want justice, we want peace.
Yeah.
Hey, that was a great song to lead with too. That we want justice, we want peace.
That's an original song, or that's a question from Mr. Ashwood, I guess.
Was that original song?
Oh, okay.
All right. Who's the singer on that?
Danny W. and Drew.
Okay.
Shout out to them.
Yeah, for sure.
They did their thing.
Danny W. and Drew, shout out. Cause as soon as that thing cut off, I mean, we get drama. Boom.
Yeah, boom. Yeah. It definitely gets you in your feels.
I was like, okay, we got a love story.
It really is, though. It truly is a love story.
I gotta see this movie.
You need to.
For a minute, I thought y'all was at like the spotlight. I hate this motherfucker.
It really take you. It really take you on a ride. But but the heart of it is truly a love story.
For sure.
Yeah.
Like I said, I went through the roller coaster with y'all. When you stood up at the table, I was like, oh, it's over. That baby gone.
Oh, yeah.
And not the way she wanted.
I don't even know if dinner took a turn. I don't even know if he wanted no more dinner.
At this point, shoot, I want her.
So let me ask both of y'all. So let's act like these characters are real people.
Right.
And you was the encounter this gentleman in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
How would you assess him as a man?
Like if I'm like just some like one of his homeboys or something.
Yeah, like one of his homies. Like how would you like help him out?
How would I help him?
Give us both.
Both.
How would you view him as a person, and then how would you help him through the system?
Like Greg probably like, damn, cut, put the papers on him. Man. Like, I thought y'all was straight.
Right.
Like, how would I help him? I don't know. I might give him a blunt or something. Because like,
that's some real shit.
Ain't much you can do.
Nothing that's never happened before. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's ever really been put in that situation. So it's like, how can I help you if I don't even know? Like, there's nothing in the past for me to be like, oh, well, it happened like this. If you do it like that, like, nah, that shit is a brand new thing. You know, somebody doing something like that, I'd be like, hey man, I'm just glad it ain't me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just glad it ain't me, dog. Because I wouldn't.
You would tell them that?
No, I'll probably be like, man, I don't know, man. Probably talking to my mama or something like, man, I'm glad I ain't Raymond, mama. Yeah. For real, man. He going through the motions right now.
That's funny.
You know, he know what he want, and you know, especially he got a fiance and all that, and she ain't going. She ain't.
So here's the deal, right? What you may not fully translate is she never tell him she don't want it. She just has natural concerns as a woman. She is she's on track to become a surgeon. She has reservations, right? Like, she's putting her body at risk, she's putting her life at risk, she's putting her career on the line. And not to say that a woman can't have both, because we see it every day. But so she never really says, right, I don't want it. She's just like, hey, let's talk about it. Like, I have some reservations. Let's sit down and talk about it. And I feel like, to a degree, pardon me, gentlemen, I feel like to a degree it plays on the male ego in a way, because some men can't take no. Yeah. Some men will take no and they'll jump off the bridge. Some men will take no and they'll shoot for the rocket. Some men they'll take it too far without even giving you a chance to really try to put cards on the table. And so that's a very important piece of the plot, I feel like. I agree, like I can kind of see where Rose is coming from with having to put everything that she's worked so hard for up until now on the line to have a baby, but she's not telling him no, not ever. She just saying, let's try to have a baby tomorrow. Let me get my let me get my surgeon.
Yeah, it's not the right time.
Career out the way, and we can circle back. And Raymond not hearing that. So
he already proposed.
He didn't already propose, and she knows like they know they are in love. They know they want to spend the rest of their lives together. But within all their love and their engagement, like, this is just a conversation that hadn't really happened between the two. And
too busy arguing.
Too busy arguing. and he want a yes or a no, and I want to do a pie chart, not a pie chart. What is it?
Venn diagram.
Thank you so much. A Venn diagram, and he don't want to do that. So I feel like if I were Rose, I may have a baby, right? I may have if I were Rose, I may have the baby. I have my fiance. We know we're gonna spend our lives together. It's very possible for us to do this. But Rose, she doesn't want to, like, you take your script, you take your character, and as full as the script is, it's the script itself, I feel like, is the skeleton for you to build who your character is. I had to find out, like, I had to try to figure out why Rose wanted to be a doctor so bad. I wanted to feel like I tried to think why she was so in love with him or why he was so in love with her. And it's you have to build that character. And Rose, she don't want to just be Ray's fiance. She don't want to just be his baby mama. She wants to be able to be in a position to where if anything happens, she can make sure they're taken care of. Just like she feels if anything happens, Ray's gonna make sure they're taken care of. Right. And I feel like in today's world with so many arguments when it comes to like couples and relationships, you get to a point where they're like, well, what are you bringing to the table, right? Man. And it's not like I don't I just got my own like view of that, right? Like I'm not looking at what you're gonna bring to the table. I'm not looking at it as like something tangible. I'm looking at you, and if you show me who you are and you show me your heart and you give me reasons to trust you and believe in you, I feel like the table gonna make itself in a way. You know what I mean? Like we will build this table together, and I don't know. It's a lot to unfold. It really is a lot to unfold, but I feel like in a way we really tried. Like we may have our agreements and disagreements with what Ray and Rose may do, but I definitely feel like we really brought them to life. I really feel like we brought them to life. And Greg was a great Ray. Like we didn't know each other before this. We came in as strangers. We had to learn each other as we go. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't know what I was capable of. I didn't know what he was capable of, and we had to trust each other every day on set. Right. You know? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So how awkward was it doing like the intimate scene?
Very. It was awkward. Like, and we talked about that. Like, we were talking to our friends or family and on like watching interviews of other actors and how they describe their experiences with intimacy scenes. And you have blockbuster actors saying how it's still very awkward as long as they've been in the game.
I reached out to like some experienced actors. I don't know if like they want me to say their names, but I'm not going to. But
Denzel Washington.
Nah, ain't nothing that crazy. But like one particular actress, like I asked her, because she had an intimacy scene in her show. So I was just like, how was that for you? And she was just saying, you just gotta just treat it just like how you treat anything else when you on set. Like it's just hard. Like nothing outweighs anything else. Like
you got a job to do.
You got a job to do. Just treat it like the job. Like if I'm in the scene, like you know what I'm saying, cutting up some toast or something, it ain't gonna be no different than me with the back shots. Right. Well, gotta treat it the same.
That's crazy, but yeah,
you gotta treat it the same. You got to,
yeah, because you gotta like as a performer, you gotta give people something to look at.
Yeah.
And if it's an intimacy scene, sex sells everything. And people like, I need to feel something. Something.
Folks don't be having that stimulation at the crib. That's why they put on.
That's why they put exactly
Dirty D. And, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
This whole thing took like a turn, and it ain't really left yet. But
for
real. You seen the show Swarm? I think it was. With,
I saw that.
That's what old boy was thinking when he was hitting Chloe. He was like,
Cole, Millie rocking on every block in that bit.
It was like the same way that I sold dope in Snowfall. I gotta hit up with these back shots.
Yeah, same way.
Same thing.
He's a good. Damson Idris. He's a good actor.
Everything is like you gotta put something behind it to give it some intensity.
Yeah. When I first started watching Snowfall, I didn't even know he was British for real.
Yeah.
I don't think nobody did.
I don't think anybody did.
It's very hard to tell. He did a really good job. When I heard the backstory behind that, I had to laugh.
He said he was hanging around with
Dub C.
Dub C and them. I'm like, Dub C? I'm like, yeah, that boy Crit walking out.
I ain't gonna shit on him, but he did an amazing job in Snowfall, but everything else I watch him in, he always got that Snowfall accent, and I'm starting to think
Swarm, he definitely had it.
I'm starting to think like, damn, that's the only accent he might have.
I'm not really a big fan of everything.
You got to get him on some New York shows so he can, at least get on the other coast.
That. He'll be on Power.
I don't think he want to do Power, man. He don't want to do no Power, man.
Nah, that'd be a step backwards for him.
Yeah. I think he bigger than Power, man. Not saying Power ain't on the shout out to Power, but damn Sam, he on a whole nother spectrum right now. I feel like.
Yeah, about like the intimate scene. Only thing I would like think about is like at home stuff, like maybe you got a girl or.
Bro, I be thinking
Here's
about
the thing.
I be thinking about the playoffs and shit. Like I think about basketball or something like something random. Like I'd be like, Luka step back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's whatever. Like I just
let me not make it uncomfortable.
You mean,
let me just
are you saying think about it like it could be an issue because you got somebody at home? I want to adjust that because that's come up, right?
Okay.
As an artist, you have a job to do, and so like Julie Jones and George Smith are our counterparts, our lawyers, right? George got a wife and kids at home. And him and Julie, they hey y'all. But they talk on the phone, they get together to run their lines, they hang out, they build their chemistry. I feel like some scenes they had better chemistry than me and Greg did. And for you, like you can't be an artist and not be able to separate because it's still a job. I've been performing damn near my whole life, and I've done erotic poetry. I have been in lingerie fashion shows. I have danced half naked on stage. Like I've had my titties out. I've had my ass showed. Like as an artist, right? I can't date somebody that's gonna feel some kind of way that I do these things because this is my art. This is what I do. And if you are not strong enough to handle me doing that, it's an issue.
Huge factor, bro.
It's like,
especially with this profession.
And you can't. And then, it's like some gentlemen admire me as a performer, but they have let me know I appreciate what you do on stage, but I wouldn't be able to date somebody like you because I don't want. And it's cool, but. You can't be in this industry and cut your art short because of what you got at home. Then go home and let somebody else come in and do what I need them to do. Right. You know what I'm saying? And if you come to work and you half-ass kissing me because your girlfriend is at home, you're doing our art a disservice. You're doing our art a disservice. We ain't like what you. It's just not going to work. It's just not going to work. Right. So
I love that answer.
Yeah.
The crowd gonna be able to tell like they ain't really fucking with each other.
Yeah. And it's like I did another movie, and me and them I did another movie, and I was another love interest, not as in depth and as intimate as Greg and I have had to work, but it was a couple kissing scenes. And we did these kissing scenes like 6-7 times, and every take was awkward. It was weird. It showed. It resonated. And it's just.
Brad couldn't kiss?
I don't think it was. I just think
6-7 takes.
It was. Yeah, it was a couple takes, and it's just.
He was trying to get some extra takes.
I don't think we did good on the line.
We did. Did we just? You know what I'm saying? But even me and Greg, like our first take was. It took us a couple first takes. You know what I'm saying? But
I mean, I think that's people, period, though. You don't know how people kiss, you know what I'm saying? I don't want you biting my lip type shit, you know what I'm saying? And
I told Greg a couple times, I was like, come here, let's just try around the corner, just on our own, away from everybody. Let's just try. He never took me up on the offer. It's okay. Man. But we sold it. We sold it. We said, no.
You gotta get you some of them versions.
No, I was trying because, because we, it's us. We've never kissed before. We ain't found each other's, we ain't found how to gel with each other yet. We got cameras in our faces. We got a room full of people. People stick your tongues and go. And it's like, damn, bro, get out. Let us try on our own. Let us try to get comfortable together. You know what I mean? But
we made it happen.
We made it happen.
Yeah.
We made it happen.
For sure.
We made it happen. It was a couple takes. They was like, hey, one scene, somebody was on set. They was like, you know what? I think they make a cute couple in real life. I think I felt so, and it felt good to hear that. Yeah, it felt good to hear that. Like, okay, because we be in our head a lot.
Yeah,
that's natural.
Yeah, I'm always in my head, man. I'm very like pessimistic. Like I can't help it. Like I always visualize the worst case scenario in everything, bro. Like I mean, it just keeps me. I don't know.
Try to keep you. You feel like it keep you just from being let down.
Yeah, for sure.
You gotta leave room for that because it's true.
You can't just be walking around green like everything just all peaches for real. Like it's not. It's really not.
And everything can change at the drop of a dime, and you got to be able to maneuver. And I've seen it. Like they like in theater they say. Well, not even in theater, but just like performing in general, they say when you on stage, don't give 100, right? They'll be like, give as full of an 80 as you can. In case something happens, you got that 20 to adjust.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you can be so lost in adrenaline and you lose your words.
Yep.
And you be so lost in adrenaline, you miss your blocking and you forget which direction you need to go and you bump heads, you got to do it 18 times again. And it's just...
Yeah. Get it right the first time, you got it.
So, for you, let's start and ask, how was it playing the judge?
It was great. You know, I enjoyed doing it with Junior, and you're going to have to see the court scenes because there is a lot of emotion in that room. Okay,
I can believe
There's a lot of excitement, but it was an honor just to get work on the film with Junior and everybody, Greg and Darcy, Julie, and George. Awesome people. You know, I love them all.
And was this your first time acting? You have been doing it before, or how did it come about?
Well, I've done. If you look at my IMDb, I've done over 110 films.
Oh wow.
Let me straighten up a little bit.
You're talking to a professional.
I'm telling you.
I love acting. Okay?
For sure.
Yeah, I started out doing stage here in Jacksonville on the Times Union.
Okay.
We did Dreamgirls, and then I did 2 films up in Nashville. And then I dove into film. And I've done about 3 years of acting classes. And after I got done with that, I dove into to film and stage.
Okay. You work with any big actors or anything that you could think of?
I'm sorry?
Any big actors, like some heavyweights?
The first ones I started out was here in Jacksonville called Point Man TV series.
Okay.
And I had some friends dare me. They said, hey, go down and audition for a policeman role. And I didn't want to do it. And they kept daring me. So I did it. And I got the role as a policeman and to work with Jack Scalia, if you remember him.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we did another episode with him as far as being his family. But back to your question, I worked with SpongeBob 2 with Antonio Banderas.
Okay.
I did a film down in Lakeland with, you mentioned Bryan Cranston, Breaking Bad. It's called The One and Only Ivan.
Okay.
And then a few others. Recently here at Success Camp, we did here in Jacksonville with Dean Cain and Kevin Sorbo's boys. They're both in it.
Okay.
Hercules.
Yeah. And then
Superman.
Yeah. And then another one I did here with, it was another film with Dean Cain as well. But The Ride is coming out here too. That one's with Paul Sorvino.
Okay.
If you remember him from Goodfellas.
Yeah.
This was Paul's last film before he passed. So we flew him in, and I was shocked because they brought him in a wheelchair, and I didn't know how bad off he was.
Yeah.
But it was an honor to work with that man.
For sure.
Love
really,
Paul.
just an awesome guy.
Yeah.
So I've had the opportunity, and a lot of your questions. When I went to acting classes, let me tell you this. I started out being pretentious with the role, and not being myself. And normally, when a director, a writer casts you, it's for you, the way you look, the way you talk, your demeanor, your attitude. And I learned to be better, and by observing the other actors that were actors, and just to be yourself, to be natural, and to be authentic, be the role, but to be yourself. And so, I enjoy it. I mean, I've become more and more relaxed, okay? And Junior kept me toned. Like I say, in the courtroom, it's going to be interesting when you see it, okay? And he had to keep the stick on me because one scene, I think I got overactive.
the chair, yeah.
You was ready to send somebody to jail?
Yeah, no, he got out of his chair. I was like, cut.
Yeah.
Walked up to the stand and I was
death penalty.
We might want to keep you in your chair on this.
Yeah, he had to use the stick on me. But it brought more emotion out of me. So but anyway, it's this is a great film. I can't wait to see it, the whole thing. Okay, I've just seen the trailer, and that's been a teaser, but I'm looking forward to it.
Mr. Ashwood, so it's like bringing away yourself out of the movie. Do you usually let your actors see the whole movie before?
No,
you gotta wait.
No, they gotta wait. They gotta wait.
There you go.
They have been asking, you don't mind if I, because I'm gonna have the production team. We're gonna do a pre-screening before we take it to the theater because you catch all the small mistakes,
right?
And just like anybody, everybody watches movies and they'll catch the mistake. The cup was this full, now it's this full, or somebody walked by, but then you see them like the last 2 seconds see them walk by again. So we're gonna catch all those mistakes because once you start editing, your eyes get weary, and you'll start, things will start getting by you. But when you got fresh eyes and people that watch movies, because y'all bringing up actors that a lot of people don't know about, so that means that tell me that you guys are movie goers. So we'll all get in that one room, and then I'm gonna have them with a piece of paper, and they're gonna enjoy it because it'll draw you in, but they'll catch the mistake and they'll write it down, and then we'll do that last edit. And then now we're ready for the screen.
What's better, like editing, like wait till the whole movie done? Because I know some movie, like some bigger movies now, they're like doing like editing as they go.
Absolutely, you do it as you go.
Okay.
If you wait till the end,
you're gonna miss everything.
Oh my God, you're asking for it. You're asking for it.
That's how those productions end up owing
more money because you go over budget, and then now you're past production, and like the premiere is this date. If it ain't edited by that time, a lot of money is lost and a lot of momentum is lost because 100%. say you're gonna premiere it June 1st, you're still editing, May 28th. Like this thing is supposed to be seen in like 3 days, and you're still editing. And then if people have flown in or driving in and stuff like that, and you say, "Oh yeah, we're gonna postpone it until the 8th." Yeah, that momentum's gone, bro.
Yep.
That momentum's gone. People want their money back.
I was just about to say you miss out on money.
So no, you edit as you go, and it keeps it fresh. And now you're waiting on the next scene. Right. And there were scenes that were so good. And like I'll double tap what Darcy was talking about. That the emotions go and hit the ceiling. It's just emotion. The whole room is emotional like that. And then you have to bring that emotions back down because you still got part of the scene still left to do. And it was one scene where she confronts him when she actually gets those papers. She goes to his job, and there's a confrontation. But the scene was so intense, we did it in one take. It was that good. I edited that scene that night. I just could not wait till the weekend.
He was like, "Hey, y'all go home. I got it for me.
I'll clean up here. I got it." Yeah, it was. Get out. It was insane because everybody, all the extras and everybody was watching these two just go at it, and it's normally just me and Mike. It's just at the camera watching it. We'll watch it. We'll make sure everything goes like that, and we'll cut it and come back. It was everybody was either on my right or my left or over by Carlos or whatever. And then once we finish, it's just this big explosion of and then I always do playbacks. It's normally just me and Mike, but the whole set was at the camera. Like they want to see this again. It was really, really good.
That's good. I saw the cameo for yourself.
Okay,
Officer Ashwood.
Let me explain this. All right, let me explain. All right, so in the land and love of independent filmmaking,
yes, sir.
You'll always have times where actors just don't work out. They don't work out. So I had an actor. I can't act. I'm gonna tell you right now. I can't act.
That's funny.
I can't. All right. So I know my limitations. I can say 2 lines, and hopefully you'll get those 2 lines.
Yeah.
But the actor didn't. It just didn't work out for the scheduling and everything like that because we've moved different locations for their home and things like that. So we went and got an Airbnb and we shot. I held them hostage for 3 days.
Yeah.
So I called the actor. Yo, we're here. We're ready to shoot. Blah blah blah. It just didn't work out. I was like, all right, I can fit the uniform.
Yeah.
I didn't want Mike in it because Mike is in like every movie in Jacksonville. I didn't want him in this one. So I said, all right, I'll deliver these 2 lines and hopefully I can keep it together long enough so people will believe that I'm a police officer and they'll.
Hey, you did. You did damn good. You did damn good.
I could say it.
I was like, he definitely arrest niggas.
and then my crew is so funny. I love my crew. My crew, Crystal Stallings, Michael Carter, and Tristan Sutlo, and Richard Thornton. That's my crew. They are the greatest crew you ever want to work with. They are the best. Like, and trust me, they gave me so much grief with this.
That's funny.
And the door opens, like even when we were with Darcy and Michael, he's an actor, ridiculously talented. He's a director as well. So I said, hey Mike, run this scene while I play this cop. So he's in there and they open the door. I say my 2 lines and Michael cuts. And Crystal's like, why does he look like the Terminator?
Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. See, that's what you were going for.
Well, I was just trying to just get through these 2 lines. That's it. Just let me get through these 2 lines and it's done. But,
I ain't answering the door. You come knocking mine.
So it was just funny. It was great.
So let me ask this. Well, let me say this first. When I saw the cameo, the first thing I thought was, oh, that must be like a Spike Lee thing, you know what I mean? He does a small insertion of himself, you know what I mean, in every film.
No, I can't act. Bro. I can't act. First Coast Affair, I was not in that film. I'm not the Tyler Perry, the Spike Lee guy. Because I can't act. I'm better behind the camera. I'm better behind the scenes. I'm better writing. I'm better directing. So I'll stay in my lane. There's a ton of talented artists out there. Why would I insert myself and take away from somebody who can do the job much better than I can?
Right. Yeah.
So
I know a lot of directors, they be in that movie, but they do it like more like an Easter egg type thing.
Yeah.
He's not of course he don't direct it, but I know one of the big things in the Marvel movie was like Stan Lee's in every movie.
Yeah.
But it's like an Easter egg thing. It's like
but if you didn't know who he was, you wouldn't know. You know what I'm saying? He's a lot of times he was a gas station attendant, things like that. But yeah, if you didn't know who Stan Lee was, you would know that he just made a cameo. But that's not me. That's not me.
I feel.
Yeah.
So, how many films do you have in the catalog for yourself?
Oh, it's very short. It's very short. This is my 3rd film.
Okay.
It's my 3rd film. I spent 30 years in the Navy, so
gotcha.
I had I'm defending the country for a few decades. I just didn't have the time that I really wanted to put into making films. Now, I did one while I was in the Navy. I was able to work on the weekends, things like that. I was on shore duty, so I got a chance to do it. It just wasn't good. It's not trash, but it was back in 2005 when you were on those. Those mini DV tapes.
I was gonna say that's a long time.
So now we're all digital. We're all digital and everything. So. I want to reshoot that film, because it's a real good script. I want to reshoot the film, and we'll do things like that. But this is my 3rd film, and I have 3 more films right behind this ready to go.
You'll be doing more.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So what was the inspiration behind the script for Rights of a Father?
Good question. Now, mind you, before I met my wife Phyllis, and that's my baby. Before we became a unit, almost 16 years ago, I was a single dad. And we would have all these discussions because most of my friends were married. They had a wife and they had the kids. It was just me and mine, It was like, wow. So I was always the outcast, but it was just like, I couldn't relate because it was just, I was a single dad.
Yeah.
And there were times where I would go to court, you know, for child support or anything like that. And it's like, just shut up. Just sit there, be quiet, let this happen, and then you can go home. I mean, it was just like, wait, I'm like, you telling me as a dad, as a father, I'm a single father, I still don't have any rights. Wow. And I just felt it was time. Like now, it's time. Look at our day and age, okay? It's time that we have to start giving these rights back to, you know, a father. If we're gonna say, you know, the mother have these rights and the father doesn't, I think that's unfair when it's time to provide for the child. Now it's all on the father. We really have to start having the conversation. I'm not saying one's right. I'm not saying one's wrong. I'm saying both should have the conversation. Yeah. You know, how many rights does a father have when she's pregnant? Ask a woman, she'll tell you none. Yeah, most women I ask to, they'll tell you, well, he don't have any rights, not until the baby's born, then we can talk about it. Yeah. I think that's unfair. Right. I think that's unfair. So that's where that came from. I think it's unfair to tell a guy, yeah, I'm pregnant, I have your child, and I hold in my hand the power to either keep it or not. And you have no right to say otherwise. Not saying it's right, not saying it's wrong. I just think that the conversation is valid to have.
It's a good conversation.
Yeah, I think it's a conversation to have.
This question, I'm gonna ask it anyway. I feel like it might actually be a better question to ask once the movie come out. I'm gonna ask it anyway. But have there been any women that probably seen the script or like seen like, or maybe on the set that just had like any issues with like the topic of the movie?
Oh, absolutely.
I could only imagine.
Absolutely, you should hear the conversations between cuts. If I going through a scene and I say cut, and then now I got to move gear, people and things like that, the small pockets of conversations that start is great to hear, man. Now some do have a problem with it. Like, you know, I wish he would. I wish a man would tell me what to do with my body. You know, and they put themselves in Rose's in her place. Like, I wish I was Rose. I wish I was Rose. I wish a man would do this. And I'm sitting here listening to it, you know, and I'm like, that's the conversation that I want to have. You know, I want people to start having those conversations, you know.
You probably, when they go off, you probably like, damn, I got me one.
They gonna be in the RITZ fighting.
Yeah, you know, and it's so funny because I like small controversy. I like when the conversation starts to swirl. So what we're gonna have at the premiere is wristbands.
Boxing gloves.
No, I didn't think about that, bro. But I might do that. But we're gonna do wristbands. We're gonna do wristbands. It's gonna be blue and white, Team Raymond. We're gonna have pink and white, Team Rose. So people are gonna pick which one they want as they going by and they're gonna wear it. So you'll see who's thinking about who. You know. For sure. Yeah. So that's
you've heard of Roe versus Wade.
Yeah.
This is the timing with it. You know.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at Kentucky, they just passed a law.
This is Ray versus Rose.
Yeah. Kentucky just passed a law where men will start paying child support during the pregnancy.
Oh. I almost reacted. Forgive me. They gonna make me keep mine to myself. You know what I'm saying?
I almost said a slur.
You're gonna pay child support for those 9 months, and then they'll adjust it once the baby's born to a different amount.
Well, it's already bad. They make you pay child support even if the kid ain't yours.
Oh yeah, then we'll work about getting your money back. Don't worry about that. You know, the next few years we'll get you your money back.
I saw a guy. He was owed. I want to say over $30,000 in back taxes, back child support.
Yeah,
I was like, and the woman was like, nah, he paid for like 8 years of child support after high school. I don't even understand that one.
Yeah,
but she was like, I feel like I don't owe him any of that back, and I was like, oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy because you know some women will say, well, you were his father.
Yeah.
At that time, you was his father, so whatever money was spent, you spent as a father. So they like, no, I was ordered to pay that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was ordered to pay that.
Yeah. Side swipes, alleyway.
Yeah, there's a lot. I can go on and on. You know, I'm from Detroit. So there's a case.
Really?
Are you sure?
Are you sure? There was a case in Michigan where this guy, they locked this man up, all these different things, and he proved to the court, he proved to them that Here's the DNA. Here's all these things. I am not the father. They didn't care.
Oh, nah, you can put me
They
in
didn't care. They didn't care. You know what I'm saying?
Just to prove my point. I'm going to be in jail like Mandela. You know what I'm
Still
saying?
lock that man up. It was crazy. So it's. I ain't saying it's getting bad. It's just the conversations really have to change.
It's got to be fair.
It has to change. You know.
You gonna spark something with this movie?
Oh yeah. It already has, man. It already has. Like,
came out yet.
You know, really locally, and then me being in the military, I know a lot of people around different states, and you know, because there's bases everywhere, even in different countries, and I'm having people call me and like, hold on, Mr. Ashwood. First of all, who do you think you are? Did you go tell this one? I'm like, seriously? That's why you calling me? She's like, you know, congratulations about the film, but oh my God, my folks here at work are talking about this, and they want to know when they can see the movie because they want to talk about it. And I'm like, it's going to be a while. I think about August when you'll start seeing it on streaming platforms. But the conversation is already out. It's already there. You know, me and my wife, I'll get stopped. You know, and they're like, "Oh, I saw the trailer. It was really good, but I don't know who think you know, who's gonna take somebody to court. You know, but it's out there. Yeah. It's out there. It's great,
and it's going to prompt a lot of conversations. You know, and that's where it's got to start is with the conversations with the couples that are going through it.
Yeah,
for sure.
And then there's going to be a fairness in the court system too.
Right.
And
One day.
I don't think that's been out there.
Yeah. But some people got in their mind, they're set in stone. Bro.
Yeah.
This is the right way.
I think that here soon we're gonna see a cultural transformation in a lot of regards, just because we still hold traditional values, but we don't respect traditional values.
That's right.
You know
That's
what I mean?
right.
We want to have those morals without having the wherewithal or the stick to itness or whatever it is.
Exactly.
But,
then you introduce the politics of it, right?
Don't get me started on that. Don't get me started. So the film is set to premiere June 15th.
Yes.
What made you choose the RITZ Theater?
Well, the history of it.
Yeah.
You know,
I was just about to say
the history of it, and it's time to start doing different venues as independents. I mean, we can all go rent a theater. We can all do that, but I thought this film was so important. It needed a different venue than just a regular screen at a regular theater.
And I think that's perfect.
Yeah.
The Ritz is an amazing theater, especially with the museum in it.
Right. If you've ever been down there and walked through there, the amount of history, the amount of respect that the institution itself has, I couldn't do it anywhere else but there. For this film. Right. Now, maybe I do another film and it might resonate with like the Florida Theater or the Performing Arts or something like that. But this one here, there was no way I can go anywhere else but there.
For sure. Well, yeah, I'm definitely excited to come out and see it. So
yeah, definitely for sure.
June 15th, we get the whole movie, right?
Oh yeah, you get it all, baby. You get it all.
Choosing my bands, you know what I'm saying? I gotta hear both sides, and I don't want to just side with Team Raymond just yet. You know what I mean? Let me see what Rose talking about.
All right,
goal driven.
Exactly.
You better start
where
so
your
many
wristband in.
Yeah, with the wristband. You're gonna start so many arguments. You're gonna have somebody that's gonna be in this situation and they'll be arguing with their girl. They were like, man, Raymond said this, and that girl go like, who the fuck is Raymond?
Let me call Junior.
Take you to court. You know what I'm saying? I'll take you to court.
Well, that'll be outside after the theater. Right?
I know, right? Oh yeah, them awkward rides home. You know?
Yeah, somebody in the theater gonna be going through that. Is that same situation?
Yeah.
So I told your ass. So.
They gonna be blowing your Instagram up. You see what you call? I got your next film. I killed this nigga.
Hey, we write to a father too.
That's cool. All right, so we're gonna wrap this up soon, man. We gotta bring Mr. Ashwood back on.
Oh, definitely.
We're gonna get a deep dive in his life next time we bring him, if that's cool with you.
Oh, absolutely. I'm an open book, baby. I'm an open book.
My last question. So, your other movie is called First Coast Affair, right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
It's on TUBI.
It's on TUBI, yeah.
How do you feel about the people like, what's the proper term, like making fun of TUBI movies, like TUBI's low budget, TUBI bullshit? I come on this podcast all the time. I champion TUBI. I think TUBI the best streaming now. TUBI got everything, whether it's big budget, lower budget. TUBI is just like the shit. How do you feel about like people like judging TUBI movies just like off bat.
It's great for the streaming platform itself.
Yeah.
So whether you're saying it's good or it's bad, guess what you're doing? You're talking.
Yep.
So for me as an independent filmmaker, that's great. If so, it's changing its platform though. What's happening is that the TUBI, everybody knows, owned by Fox, right? So when you start seeing all those Fox TV shows like Empire and all them on there, that's because of that.
Right.
So what they're doing is they're saying, okay, we do have a stigma. It's out there. Let's address it. They're going to start to get out to the distributors. They sent out a letter. My distributor sent that letter to me. Said, hey, TUBI is starting to change their platform to where you're not going to start seeing all those movies to where it curses from minute 1 to minute 93. You're not going to see movies that have sex from minute 1 to minute 93. Or you're going to start seeing where the quality of the film and level is so bad that like the audio's off, or the quality of the film. So those films will not make it past QA.
Gotcha.
They're changing their platform where there's better quality film, better acting, better music, things like that. So you'll start to see as it go on, even in the featured and recommended, you're going to start seeing more films to where it has better content, better acting, better music, better production, things like that. So like over the next year, 2 years, you're going to start seeing movies that you would really, really laugh at. You're not going to see them, featured. You're not going to. They might be on the platform. You have to go look for them.
Right.
But to actual feature it, no, you're going to see stuff like Empire. You're going to see, Born on the 4th of July. And you'll see an independent film that has really good quality. You'll see TUBI originals. You'll start seeing all those things like that.
Gotcha.
But for me, I don't. They're moviegoers, man. Moviegoers are going to have their own opinion.
The naysayers.
They're going to have their opinion, and I don't take away from anybody's opinion. As me as a writer, that's how I come up with different concepts for films. Is people's different opinions and things like that. So I think it's good for people to express how they feel.
For sure. I think the platform is also good, like the fact that it welcomes movies like that. Watching one and having the thought that, hey, I would like to make a movie gives you the goal to say, I want something better than this, or I want to, it gives you something to aspire to. If I saw that make it, then maybe I can too. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And, for myself, to see different films on TUBI and things like that, it's not just on TUBI. We're on, right now, First Coast Affair is on 7 different platforms.
Right.
Excuse me. Even though you might not heard of the other ones, but we're on Amazon, we're on Plex, we're on different platforms along with TUBI. But my man up in Detroit, my man Dennis Reed, he does a lot of films that does hit TUBI, and he does some quality films, and you'll see a lot of independent filmmakers like myself say, man, I like that film he just put out. I want to put out a quality film, and it's no shade to the big guys like Tyler Perry, no shade to Tyler, but I'm not going to do Tyler Perry type films.
Right.
Mine is going to mean towards more like my man Dennis Reed, my man Shannon Williams out in Houston. There's a lot of folks out. Kamal Smith. Blacksmith Entertainment up in Detroit. You got folks out. DC Snyder. So there's some filmmakers out there that are getting it done outside of Jacksonville. We're just now putting Jacksonville on the map. Yeah. I mean, everybody knows it started here. Yes. Hollywood started here 100 years ago, So it started with Metro, and then it left here, went to Hollywood, it became MGM. So yeah, we're just bringing back that Hollywood type of filmmaking here.
100%.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right.
Just can't wait to get you guys on the red carpet, man. I just can't wait.
Oh, man.
Can't wait to get you guys on the red carpet.
Look at that. I needed a reason to put on the suit. I'm ready.
I can't wait to get you guys there. We're going to have a great time. And then the after party is actually at the museum as well. So you don't have to leave.
Gotcha.
We'll do the red carpet event. We'll rub some elbows, meet the cast and the rest of the cast and the crew, and we'll go enjoy a great film, and then we'll go and party for a couple of hours, and we'll make a night of it.
I got to find me a date. I ain't wearing no suit.
Paul Pierce said you can hire him off of a website.
Did he get in trouble for that?
We'll pay $40.
I cover her ticket.
right.
So, Junior, if you want to go ahead and close us out, give them all the details, where they can find you at, where they can find more about the film, and then for everybody local, where to come and watch it.
Okay, yeah. So Jacksonville, come on out. Let's have a good time. We're definitely gonna give you guys a great film. This film is really gonna touch your heart, like I was gonna call her Rose. Like Darcy said, it's a lot of roller coasters for this film, but you're going to enjoy it. It may make you want to choose a side. It may. I'm not sure. But we're going to be down at the RITZ Theater down on Davis Street, June 15th. It's Father's Day weekend. See what we did there? It's Father's Day weekend, rights of a father. You see that, right? Yeah.
Come on.
It's problematic.
So that red carpet,
is very problematic.
Yeah.
But.
It is. We'll start red carpet at 5:30. We'll show the movie at 8, and then we'll party from 10 to midnight.
Okay.
Right, all in the same building. So I would go to the RITZ Museum's website. Mm-hmm. We're on there. We're on the big billboard they have down there as well.
There we go.
And we're gonna have a good time. So Facebook, Junior Ashwood. You know, I'm real simple. I'm a Gen X guy, man. I'm real simple. And then Instagram, ID4 Nation. So follow us on there, and then we're gonna have a really good time. We're gonna light up the sky that night. So yeah,
that's amazing.
Think of Hollywood, how they do their premieres is exactly how we're gonna do ours.
Okay,
he's doing it awesome.
Yeah,
like I said,
he's stepping up the game here in Jacksonville.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
All right, so salute to you.
Appreciate it.
Everybody, salute to Greg, Darcy.
Greg, Darcy,
for
my team.
We appreciate y'all taking the time.
My crew, that team. Well, Michael Carter, he's a very talented person. You know, from writing, directing, and acting. And can sing. Oh my God, the guy's
name is rung bells for years in the city.
He's amazing.
Yeah.
Crystal, she does plays, she does movies. You know, Tristan, he does movies as a sound tech. Richard is just smart all the way around. He's the vice president of ID4 Nation.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, very talented team. The crew did an amazing job. You're going to love this film. I know there's always times where people say, "All right, I'm going to get some popcorn. Just let me know when I don't think anybody's going to want to get up and leave because you're going to miss something." So
can I sneak my popcorn in?
Hey, I'll be in the back, so whatever you get away with, you know, if I was saying, that's what's up. But yeah, I really would love to party with Jacksonville June 15th. Come out and party with us. We're gonna have a great time.
For sure.
All right, so. Hey, if anybody that's watching it that's like not in Jacksonville, of course, you can always just put in Google, put Junior Ashwood in. All his stuff come up. Make sure y'all support.
Go watch on TUBI. First Coast Affair.
Absolutely.
Yes, I think y'all can leave I'm pretty sure you can leave a like and star on TUBI. I can't really remember.
I think you can, yeah.
I think you can. If you
go show some support.
Show some support either
way. Do what you gotta do.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Hey, Joe. It's been a good one.
It's been a great one. We appreciate y'all again. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, with all that said,
thank you for having us here.
Oh, no problem.
Thank you. Yeah. Just don't send me to jail.
We want justice. We want peace. We want change.
Rose, do you love me?
With all my heart. I won't spend my life with anyone else. That's my soulmate. Put me down.
Like a crack in the mirror.
Know that you are looking very good to the board.
Thank you, doctor.
One by one, say their names. Wicked world.
Rosie, you married me? Yeah.
The colors we all bleed. We want justice. We want peace. We want changes we can see.
I'm late.
So you telling me you finna have a baby?
We need love to fill these dreams.
You don't eat everything I boxed up for you. I know you're eating some tuna.
Yeah, I said she don't kill it first.
It's my body. Okay, Melissa, so it's my choice.
We making that decision. That's our choice.
Hey. We're here to celebrate.
Are we gonna have this baby or not?
Ray, I don't know.
I'll be in touch.
Dr. Rose Lane?
You're suing me?
I'm protecting my child.
From who? From me?
It's 3 lives involved in this, and the only one you worry about is you.
You can't possibly believe you can win this case. Never once have it been before a judge, and for good reason.
You know this case is going to change everything, right?
He doesn't have a case though, right?
Now I'm going to be very upfront with you. A case like this has never been tried in a court of law.
I understand.
Let's proceed.
Still with the facts. Women have been mothers of this earth since the beginning of time. That will never change. That's a fact.
He is a father, whether the child is in or out of the womb.
What do you pull the outlaw bit?
I'm gonna win this case.
What are you trying to prove with this case?
That men have more rights in society gives us.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, can we just stick to the facts of the case?
I understand the jury has a verdict.
We have, Your Honor.
Please read the verdict.
In the matter brought before us, the jury finds